hard to see it in perspective like this. So I have this map that shows me from, this is where Oslo, this is London. I'm coming from this side. This is where the Philippines is, for example. I have to fly all the way here. I can go from here straight all the way there, or I can go from here, here, over there. So when you're planning something, you don't just plan, oh, from here I gotta go all the way there. Sometimes you have to have several routes. It could be this, it's a little, for example, you say it could be from here to there to there, but it's kind of a little expensive, or it can be here all the way there, but it's kind of dangerous. So there has to be different alternatives of going to your destination. And in this case, it's North Pole. So there's so many alternatives that I made sure I'm aware of and decided which one I would take. And I don't take it just by, okay, by random, this one's more, is cheaper, I'll take this one. It wasn't like that. The decision process was, which one is the safest? Because at the end of the day, even if you were successful with your mission, and you're not able to come back alive, it's useless. It was not a success. So we have to be mindful that, our life is very important. When you go in adventures or journeys like this, our life is important. When we put our life on the line, we have to make sure that we know what we're doing, and with open eyes, we embrace it. So this is the first time actually we all met. Well, this is not complete. This is one of the director of Norwegian Polar Institute, the one who does the ice breaking up on the north. This is the two Indian girls from India. Indian girls, the twin climbers who actually had who holds the 3 Guinness Book of World Records for climbing all the 7 mountains in the 7 continents, the highest mountains in the 7 continents, and the first twins to have reached, who has summited Everest. And these girls is actually as old as my daughter. They were just 23 years old. These are young people, and except for the guide and myself, the rest are really young people. So there is me. You can tell that I'm in pain because I was smiling. I sprained my ankle training with the Marines. So I had a crash course. The 20% that I said I did was actually a crash course with the Marines. And I said if I would survive the Marines training, I can survive anything. So I was actually, had a sprained ankle, and this is our Russian plane. It looks nice from the outside, but it's kind of scary inside. But it was the smoothest plane ride I have ever had in my life. I think maybe, perhaps, I was telling myself, perhaps because I was so scared already that, I hit the bottom of scaredness and fear that I'm not feeling anything. The Russian pilot came out of the cockpit and he was like, ready? And I looked at the captain and I was like, you asking me? Do I have a choice? Let's go. He was a burly, everyone's was actually they're serious because this is serious. It's not a laughing matter, but I was trying to make light of it. I'm like, is this the part where you're supposed to get scared? But there was nothing there. When you're ready, there is nothing there. You're not excited, you're not afraid, you're just ready. So that should be the feeling when you know you're ready for something. You're not scared, you're not excited. It's like, of course I'm gonna, that feeling of course we're gonna get there. Where else will we get to? We have planned for this, we know success, we should be able to get there and come back. So that feeling of assurance, you don't tell anyone at this point because they'd say, this one is kind of, cocky. I'm just able to tell the story now because it's over. But when you are there, you have to have that confidence in you that you can do it. Just as like as anybody else who's going there, whether they're big burly men. It's not, I mean, I was the smallest in the group. I'm from Asia. These are all, the Europeans. The camp was run by Russians, and there are burly big men. And so it's really hard. So why I choose this group as well was because I didn't know. It was just by chance that I met this group. I didn't know he was a national hero of Norway, and he was a friend to the king. And I actually chose their company to go to the North Pole, because I know it's the North Pole and it's near Norway. So the country that will help me if something goes wrong will definitely be Norway. So I chose them over other like U.S. company or other companies who does these things. So I was lucky enough to meet him. And the first time I met him was actually in Oslo. And he asked me, what does this trip mean to you? And for some reason I said, it's like going to the moon. Which is true. That's how I planned it. That's why I said it was my first moonshot. And when we actually got there, I'd like to tell you this book before I continue the story. This book was actually presented to me by Mr. Alsland in Oslo. And I had to read it from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. I said, if this book will make a difference, because even I was there, I was not ready. That was April 6th last year. And I still wasn't ready. Right? So I needed something. So he presented me this book, and I read it. I said, if it could save my life, I will do it. So I read it at 4 a.m. And that convinced me that I'm ready for the term. This is the Team Sunshine. I actually gave the name Team Sunshine to our group because I came from the Philippines and we have the warmest, nicest sunshine anywhere else. So I said, this is Team Sunshine. And we're going to the ice.